Another person stabbed to death in Peckham. This is too much. We can't take this heartache, this living in fear for our children's lives. Big up to everybody joined us. Now this is serious, all right? Not that it wasn't serious before. Right, what I want to talk about today is the lack of help. The lack of councils, MPs, government, even people within our community. We know what the solutions are. We literally know what needs to happen. Now, I'm very angry today after seeing pictures, photo opportunities from MPs, councillors, how concerned they are, how sorry they are. But they can't reply to emails for many, many months, telephone calls put through to voicemail, no response, asking for meetings, and it's going on deaf ears. Now, I need everybody's help. I've been writing to my MP for months and months and months, no response. I've got other people from the podcast who have written to their MPs and they've had responses. We have to change the law. We have to protect our children. It's not just knife crime either. It's gun crime. It's serious youth violence. It is the murdering of our children. Paedophiles, child rapists. We have to be accountable. We have to be accountable for what's going on. Just want to give a massive shout out to Missy B London, Boffs Bagels, Tamims Legacy as well, Sean KFI, Trina's World, High Supreme Official, who else we've got? Tez Wright, Pad Payne, Trina's World, The Uber Human. Now, if anybody would like to come up on the live, I would love to get you up. I'm intending to start doing these a lot more frequent than once a week, twice a week. I'm feeling like it's something that needs to be talked about every single day. And my heart breaks. My heart breaks for you, Tamin's mum, and for all the other mothers and fathers and families and our communities. Our communities are in trauma. And what's making it all worse is nothing is changing. And the reason it's not changing is because the law isn't being changed. And why it's not being changed is down to the politicians doing something, the community writing to the MPs to get them to action stuff in Parliament. I'm just going to finish reading your message, Tamin's mum. She says, I lost my son for the stabbing last July. And after that, we lost so many people. And really, we need to come together because we are the ones who are losing our kids. It is going to go and arrive at everybody's doorstep going forward. This is not it may happen. This is something that's escalating so much that it's going to hit all of our doorsteps. I don't want people to wait till then. I've been on so many marches. I've done lots of campaigns. The government are not listening. The only way we can do anything is by changing laws. Now, what I ask on this podcast is for people to write to their MPs. Firstly, find out who your local MP is. Secondly, write to them. You don't have to say a lot. If you don't know what to say, please email me. Please message me. I will give you a template, okay? I will give you a template. You want to know what are they doing to sort out what's going on the streets. Now, I've been researching lots and lots of things, all the new legislation that's going in, all the meetings I've been watching, and I am horrified, right? The 10-year plan, the 10-year public health approach, the law was in 2 years ago. They haven't even started working on that, right? There's so many things. I mean, I could go on for months, but I am going to keep this kind of related to, the actual, what we're talking about today. Now, I'm going to take this next request. I'm not sure who it is. Let me just read out a few messages as well, because I don't want to leave any of you out, all right? Tamims Legacy's mum saying, I'm with you anytime you want something really. Bless you, my darling. I am so proud of you, okay? Doing what you're doing when you're in so much pain. Turning that power, your pain, into power. And that takes so much when you've lost your child. Now, there's so many mothers out here who are having to deal with the devastation. Now, who else have we got here? Shakiri Kirby, King Cobra. Trina's World says, my nephew was stabbed to death in August 2019. It's getting worse. I remember when he lost his life, Trina. Things were really bad then. And it doesn't seem like it's any better. And what seems to be the case is that the government know what the solutions are, right? They know before anybody else. They're not doing any of the solutions. They are not doing any of them. Why are they not doing it? Why is the system that we've got set up for our young people to die? That is why we have to change the system, and the only way that we can do it is through the law. There's no other way to do it. We can't rely on them to change the law. We have to action that. So I definitely need people on board who are willing to write to their MPs, see what responses we get, and take it from there. But every single section of the system needs to be attacked. This is not a joke. This is no joking anything. It's the whole system. It's a massive thing that we're going to do, but I believe we can all do it. Pad Pain is crying. Shout out to Hamza, Sushil, Strength of a Woman. Massive shout out to you, my darling, and everything that you are doing. We need more of you out there. We need what you're doing rolled out across the whole of the UK. We're losing so many women. And it's to violence. We've got social media. Now, I mean, we talked about that many, many times. That's another thing that has to change. That cannot stay the same. It's killing our children. Shout out to Street Nature, O.P. Patel, Leah Katie, Trina's World. The sentences they get are a joke. Life should mean 100 years. Yeah. And that's the kind of things we need to work on. They're reviewing the child sex killing and killing of children. They're reviewing that sentencing, and that's so they should. Life should mean life. Right, I believe I have Tamin's mother on the live, so I'm just going to take this now. Is it Hawa? Tamin's mother saying, you just said everything, I'm questioning myself. It's like they want us to accept. Hi, my
I'm sorry.
beautiful friend.
Thank you for this. I just
So,
never knew that I would be live, tears, no makeup and everything. But I do appreciate what you're doing right now. And anything that you want, just let us know, because it's starting to make people angry right now. And the more people are angry, the more messy I will get.
mm-hmm.
Because if they want revenge, then people can do revenge, because there's
Yeah,
no justice at all.
yeah.
And it's like our kids, it's just a normal thing right now to go through, that our kids must die. Like if you just send your son to school and then someone on the door telling you that your son is never gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really painful. It's something that I don't wish for my worst enemy to go through.
I know.
And the problem is that people think maybe because one of your kids died in this way, maybe stabbing, or they think that he's in a gang, but they really don't.
No,
No,
this is
just like it's not
happening
safe. There's
to
no safety
all
anymore.
children.
Yeah,
There's
so
no.
it's not really safe at the moment.
Oh,
And like me, I come from where the trouble is, and I really thought that I'm in a country that is safe.
mm,
And they tell us that, oh, you're safe, but you're not. And
no.
my kid was born here and everything, but I fear for my kids because I've got other two boys.
Mm-hmm.
And the other people think that this is black on black crime, which is not.
No.
And they should take actions. But somehow we're starting believing that because there is more black kids who's dying, that's why they don't take actions. And to make me think that way, obviously, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Because countries like this, big country like this, shouldn't be even going through this.
No. There's no need for us to be going
But
through
the
any
problem is
of
this:
this in our
if it
children.
doesn't, yes, it took me to come on my door to just want to help, which is sad. Sometimes I regret. I feel like I should be helping out more, but I'm not the person who just go to social media more. But now I'm looking on these things, how it goes. I wish I was helping long time before my son passed, but here I am now. So I'm telling other people that didn't even go through what I'm going through, because there's those good people who's helping us
Mm-hmm.
without knowing this kind of pain we've got as parents.
Mm-hmm.
So we need everyone to come together for this. We have to
We
start
do.
by us, like parents,
Mm-hmm.
teachers and everyone. If we matching, do things together, maybe the government will understand, because they really don't.
I'm going to say this now, right, and be honest. I've been part of big marches where loads of people are coming. And we're talking, we did a nationwide march where 45 cities and towns all came out on the same day. And I believed that, I did believe everybody would come out, but I mean, there was 45 cities and towns where people feel the same like us,
Yeah.
and they know what's going down, and they know the dangers, the reality of it all. And yes, it went on the news, but nothing. The government didn't do a thing. Now, I've been for many years talking about the fact we need emergency laws. We need to decide firstly, what are the emergency laws that we want? We can't wait for petitions, or wait until Parliament's open. Praying that the government see what's going on, and
Yeah.
that's not going to happen,
The sad
right?
part is this year is that
It's us.
my son passed only in July, but straight away in my mind I was like, you know what, my son is gone. He's never gonna come back. But these mothers who still got their kids, I feel like I must do something.
Yeah. That's
I
like
don't,
me.
I just, it's like I'd never had time to grieve at all. It's like if I sit down and stay quiet, that will be on me. I don't want that kind of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
And then here I am doing this. I'm so broken already. I've got so many questions. Mark has got so many questions I can't answer. You know, people just, it's the way that we just want to be helped. Our kids are safe, and I really don't know how.
Now we, as a nationwide community with the podcasts, I've been doing this for a long while now. We've had lots of input from people, what the solutions are, what we've really got really we've got a list of what needs to happen, right?
Yeah.
Right now, we have to get the bleed control cabinets with the kits everywhere. Right. They will keep somebody alive until an ambulance gets there. Why on earth we haven't already got them as a legal requirement everywhere is beyond me. The government know about them. They've known about them for at least, say, 3 or 4 years. They are just ignoring it. They are known to keep people alive. Now, if we can keep people alive for the time being, we can actually start working on prevention, opportunities, other aspects. But for the time being, I feel we need to be focusing on these bleed control cabinets that the public and anybody that arrives at a scene can start helping. Now, the frightening thing is how long it takes for an ambulance sometimes to come. Sometimes they don't let them come onto the scene because it's not safe.
It's really sad that us, like a public, yeah, who just trying to find the solution about even the kid. That's how much you see that our kids' life are not valued. And for some reason, I'm not excusing anyone who's stabbing anyone or who just murdering anyone, but they really don't feel safe as well because can you imagine like us who lost our kids, who just like the community, we are the one who trying to find solution. Yes, we are part of our kids' life. We are parents, they are teachers, we've got communities and everything. I'm sorry about this, about the mess. And we are the only people who's trying. Sometimes you can just message an MP, you're not gonna get an answer.
Well, I haven't. Do you know, 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
And
no answer.
I feel like there is so many reasons that these kids are doing what they're doing, which is not an excuse. Kids got fears. Kids don't trust the street because there's no police, like there's no safety.
And that's another thing. Patrols, right?
I've got a friend from Paw Patrol who tries to go doors to doors every single time.
Yeah.
Just
we have to incorporate the police. We have, because my thing,
because they cut the fund as well, So what are we doing? So we should just go out. We shouldn't let our kids out.
Logic tells you no, because our kids aren't safe.
Right.
I keep telling, it's not safe out there.
Well,
it's not safe.
As Tamims' mother at the moment, what I'm just trying to do what I can, which is within my power to just have that help from the government. But I do believe that if we come together, we'll do it. We'll do what we can.
I'd certainly believe with the right people.
At the end of the day, if it's not us, but we have to start somewhere. Yeah. There was marching since years and years, bro. The Malcolm X and everything. People still fighting. We'll be cowards if we just lay down like, okay, we surrender.
Yeah.
But as Tamim's
I
mother,
just can't.
I don't think I will ever give up, because it's not only about Tamim. He've got brothers, he've got cousins, he've got family, he've got neighbors who loved him
That's
so
what I
much.
mean.
And the thing is, that's what I have to do. Whatever it takes to do, I will have to do it. But the thing is about sitting down, grieving. This is my way of grieving, helping my son's name, helping my friends' kids. Because if you see how this, let's say like Tamim's friends, how they're just young, 14 years old, 15 years old. They do understand my pain. They respect my pain. They respect how I feel. They're missing their friend. They've got fears. They keep checking up on me. I've got more than 47 friends from different schools who just know my number now, who keeps messaging me, how are you? So I can't just sit down and do nothing.
And this is the thing, it's for
those
the
messages
future
give me
generations.
hope. So I think we have to do something. We just have to meet and find other people who are doing what we're doing right now. At least we can just talk about something.
Well, this is why, like, I do the lives, the podcasts, because we only speak about solutions.
Yeah.
It's all about actual solutions, what we can do to action those solutions. So we have the nationwide campaign for the bleed control cabinets and the kits, because we've been doing the kits for a few years. London actually had a rollout of the kits, but only in central London, in the city of London. Right? About, I think that was about a year ago or longer. I believe in the first week of using them, they saved a life. No one mentioned it, no one, and that was the City of London Police. And then it kind of stopped in London, but in Birmingham and all the other places around the UK, we've got quite a few now. They've clubbed together with their neighbours. They've got together with their friends and they started buying the kits and putting them in shops. What I've been doing here, where I am, is putting them in 24-hour shops. So they are available all day and all night, because I'm really struggling to, one, raise any money. And I've been, I've had a GoFundMe for these cabinets for nearly a year. I've reached out to councillors, local councillors, MPs, you name it. Like, I've reached out. Nothing. Like, I'm determined, I'm going to keep going, and I'm,
well, that's the question here. Like, how much for one?
Right, they are with VAT £96. They are the only kits that are registered with the ambulance service, so that if you phone 999, they know they can direct you to where it is. If it's a cabinet, they're dearer, but it means that they are 24 hours. Any member of the public can use them. You don't need any training, that you can be talked through on the phone, and there is like an instruction thing inside, but it's a way to empower our communities,
Definitely,
to start saving life instead of what's going on now.
100%, I'm with you. Do you have like something like a GoFundMe on your page?
Yeah. I've got a GoFundMe and a crowdfunder.
Yeah.
And I've been, I know. But I've literally...
I'm not an angry person. I'm too calm sometimes, but somehow this makes me angry that even
I have bouts of getting angry.
Really not that expensive saving life, because you don't know who you're saving.
Exactly.
It could be one of your friends. It could be any one of you.
And
Yeah,
I want to
but
say
you
as
put the
well
flags. Yeah,
that ideally with these cabinets,
right.
although you can get two different things inside the cabinet. So an ideal thing to have a cabinet, if possible and where possible,
Mm,
you have a dual cabinet that has the bleed control kit
right.
and a defibrillator inside. Now, we've managed to get the first bleed control cabinet in the whole of London communities.
Mm-hmm.
We managed to do that, thank goodness, into East Dulwich. Where it is, there's actually a defib inside the Tesco's. So we have both the pieces of equipment, because ideally, if it's on a high street, where you want both,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
want,
I think that's
that
a
is a
good idea, like
life-saving
public
kit.
places as well, because these public places, what I think, because I'm into youth, it's not like I don't want to help adults or anything, or they don't get in trouble, but because how Tamim happened, and it was somewhere like it was there was everyone like the station, so I think those places as well. I think we need something
That
like
is a
that.
place, that's, you know, I've always, I've envisioned that is, a
Yeah,
cabinet needs to go there.
yep,
There needs to be a cabinet.
yeah.
You
I
know,
think those are the
that's,
areas that we need that. Yeah, because
mhm.
kids go there every time, like Monday to Fridays, because they're going to school.
Now
And
you've got schools,
yeah,
and I think it might be around there that, they've been telling children, please don't go to High Street,
yeah,
don't go to McDonald's, go straight home,
yeah,
because it's like common knowledge that those are the hours between 3 and 5
exactly, yeah.
that our young people are being murdered.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I don't know if you follow the story of Tamim. That's how it happened because unfortunately, that's the day I didn't pick him up from school because I
Oh,
always pick him up, and he didn't like it really because he's turning 15 and like, oh, I want to just be with my friends, but otherwise we just kind of together every time. But that day I'm like, ah, you know what? Just come on your own. I don't feel guilty. It meant to happen that way, but what I'm
yeah, but
thinking,
even so, darling.
yeah. But what I'm thinking is this. Okay, that was the names. Those times of hours that people are really busy in Woolwich,
Yeah,
with the station, like there's hundreds of people. So if it can happen like that, that's where we have to put
yeah.
everything that can
I
save
want them in
people's life.
get
Yeah.
outside
There's
every
these old
train
people who get
station,
mugged every single time,
yeah,
you
every
know?
high street.
So, yeah, I think so. That's a good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
So
really,
it's like I'm raising money on the GoFundMe. I thought I'd try and get as many into each borough, but we need literally even one in each borough is not enough,
it's not.
right?
Yeah.
Because they need to be quite spaced out, roughly between, I'd say, between 5 and 7 minutes away from each other.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So we need these across London, spaced, apart. I mean, a friend of mine came up with a brilliant idea. We've come up with a couple of, and I've tried to reach out to MPs, nothing. I mean, if we could get them at bus stops, bus stops are evenly spaced out. We could have a kit underneath each seat,
Yeah.
at each bus stop.
You know what? I don't know if I'm going crazy, but I think it's possible. But
Yeah.
it's not possible only us because people don't really donate much.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
No.
unfortunately because they never lost loved ones.
Mm.
It just must come to your doors to open to just even understand that, which is
Yeah.
sad. I
Mm-hmm.
was like that because I had no idea what's happening. So but here I am. Yes, as I said, here I am. But then again, I've got a community, who
Mm.
just going through what I'm going through because they know Tamim. He was born, he was growing up, a just lovely boy. Like his friend, their moms and everyone. We just have to come together. When it comes to funding things like this, they
Mm.
should just like £10 each, £5 each. It's not really
Exactly.
much, you know.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
we
So
can get people on board like that,
yeah,
we'll have no trouble.
Yeah, it's really
getting
not a
these
lot of money.
crossed.
It's not.
And then we can, like we can then start concentrating on more different solutions.
Yeah,
So we
because well,
know,
the government will come a bit late. That's for sure.
yeah, they're going to
But
come
we
when we've
always
done it
have to
all.
come
Yeah,
ourselves together
they're going to
first,
come
because
when we've done it
at
all
the end
and
of the
say, this
day,
is
we are
great.
the one who's losing our kids.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, there was a picture recently with Priti Patel holding the bleed control kit.
Yeah.
And she's known about them for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But we're still, like lots of them knew about these kits,
Yeah.
but no action. Just wait. Oh, let's just wait and see.
Yeah. I've got my friend from Pork Patrol who's just who helped me as well. Because I've done the
Is
video.
that Ryan?
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing really a great job, but it looks like he doesn't have support.
Yeah, we'll see. That's the reason
Yeah.
why I started Let the Youth Live. One of the main reasons was to support people in the communities, because
Yeah.
there's lots of people like Ryan,
Yeah.
lots and lots and lots and lots around the UK, here in London as well, who don't get any support. They
Yeah.
don't get any help from others who are supported. I was finding that a lot of people were getting money, but they weren't really the right people who should be handling that money for the community. So I promote people doing exceptional things in the community. I promote what they're doing with the aim of getting the community on board to support them, to volunteer, to maybe donate money, to get involved in what they're doing. Because it's true, there's so many out there who are doing exceptional work.
Yeah. I want to ask you something. Have you lost a loved one to do this?
Yes, he was my partner, his grandson, so my step grandson, and I was with him when he got the call.
Oh wow.
And on top of that, so that's close, but also my daughter's friends.
Yeah.
She's lost a lot of different friends. Some are still here, but bad injuries still. And I've got 2 teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm a nan now.
Oh.
And I know what's going on, and I know it got to the point, like I was watching lots of other people, thinking, yeah, we're all right. We've got lots of people working in knife crime, and and I've just seen things get progressively worse and worse, which has led me to look at what's going on.
Yeah.
Why is nothing happening? I better look into all of this to the point so I know what I'm talking about, to know what's actually going on, and even down to the laws of what's going on. The new law that's coming in, which is meant to be going to solve everything, but I'm not holding my breath on that.
Thank you so much, really. Just like the way you're trying to be so vocal, and we do appreciate people like you, because at the end of the day, this is something that will never end for the parents who's losing their kids.
No.
And the kids, especially when they're young, because us, like, we've got young kids, and you've got those questions that you can't have an answer, and your kids are asking you the same things that you cannot answer because you don't know the answer as well.
No.
But having that people like you, it gives comfort and hoping that maybe one day we'll get there, because I can't really rely on government, because I do believe that if they can change it, they can change it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
They can
sad.
change
It makes me angry that we're going through this, and they want us to believe that it's something normal.
And it's certainly not normal at all.
It's really not
any
normal.
of this.
It will never be normal. It will be messier if you carry on like this. Because not everyone will accept that, oh, okay, I just have to sit down and grieve, that's it. No, people must take actions in their own hands. That's what
Yeah.
I'm worried about.
Yeah.
And these kids are growing up, and there is, let's say, like now there's phone calls and everything. There's the technology. People go phones on their in their hands every time.
Mm-hmm.
They've got videos murdering their families. That's something that you never take out of your head.
Mm-hmm. Now
Yeah,
that's another campaign.
yeah,
Like, I'm determined. Social media, everybody who's ever come on this podcast, everybody, when they talk about knife crime, they all talk about social media.
mm,
If most parents, if they could, would say no, their children can't use it,
mm,
but they are pressured into
yeah,
it. Social media has never ever had to prove that it's safe for kids. Can you like, I couldn't believe this myself.
yeah,
I don't know how it appeared, how it got in, I mean, you've got Facebook did their own research and they proved that it's giving our children, in particular girls,
yeah,
lifelong issues. It's changing their behaviour.
yeah.
They are being shown so much violence. They're not being
Yeah.
protected from violence.
No, they're not. Yeah.
And these new laws that they're talking about bringing in, I want to know, are they going to protect the kids from violence? Because as far as I can see, it's being promoted.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the whole lifestyle,
Yeah.
the knives, just all of it. And then social media is promoting it and accelerating the amount of people. The more,
When you say it like that, it's that okay. When you put it like that, they want us to, as parents, just like control your kids, but stop
yeah.
promoting them. Stop, selling those games. Yeah. Then we can do our job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about making them accountable, social media. But I mean, no matter when I suggest it, everybody goes, it's too big, you can't do. But hang on, right? They're our kids.
Yeah.
That, like, we have got power, but it's about getting together and using that power as a unit to make these changes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I do believe that my kid is not only my kid.
Yeah,
Because in
that's
future,
exactly.
he might be used to you.
Mm-hmm.
So when it suit them, it's our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem. And it's just kind of mind game. It's all about money, and it's
Yeah.
really sad.
This
Yeah.
is what that comes up every time we go live. That is all about the money.
Yeah.
The whole of all of it. It's all monetary. Now, social media, there was a case, his name was Ollie Stevenson, and he was set up and murdered. And when they had his court case, there were 69,500 pieces of evidence on social media, on, Facebook, Instagram, and at no point in all them, like 69,000, they had 69,000 chances to intervene, alert someone, do something, and nothing. Social media, nothing. But they can intervene when I play music on the radio,
Of course.
and say, oh, that's copyright, within seconds.
Right. Well, as I said, I'm here, and anything that you feel like we have to do together, I'm here, because I emailed the MP as well about things like that. So
Bless
I'm
you.
going to reply. Let me just wait until maybe holidays are over and see how it goes.
Well, they're off. This is the other thing, right?
Obviously.
They're off, 6 months of the year. And so these petitions, right? I'm all for, changing law, but these petitions, I've seen so many get to nearly the 100,000. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah.
But hang on, So still no new laws. So I want to get to the bottom of how we get an emergency law in, like COVID. How did they manage to do that in 3 days? Right? I know that it needs to be a nationwide emergency. I believe that it is. So, you know, that's something I'll look into a bit deeper for the new year. You know, a Cobra, where we put our demands, what needs to happen.
Anyway, thank you so much. And, you know, I'll speak to you soon. I'll get in contact and I will let you know what I've done on my part and Tamims Legacy's behalf. Because, as I said, I'm not going to sit down and stay quiet. I'll be so vocal about this and I'll do whatever I can to help. Yeah, as
Bless
I said,
you, my darling. And I'm so sorry that you've had to lose your beautiful son.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, we'll do it. I believe so because Malcolm X, he marched a long time ago, and people still marching. So we'll do it and we'll get there. As a human being, that I just believe that everyone must do their part.
Yes, and I believe, I've always had the belief that we can do this.
Yeah.
But it's going to take the right people coming together.
Yeah, you're right.
And I really believe
that
we can.
Yeah, they don't understand until it comes to your door.
And this is, I keep saying that, you know, and thank you as well for what you said earlier about, you know, me speaking out. And because, you know, I've only really started really speaking out, I'd say, over the last year and a half. I suffer with really severe anxiety, and you know, it was very hard for me to you know, come out and just speak about what's going on.
This is the first time I'm doing live, but I feel like this is something I have to do. I will never. I'm vocal. Thank God, my dad raised me saying that when something goes wrong, you stand up, you come with the community, you stand up together, you know, shoulder to shoulder, and do something about it. Yes, it's never too late because sometimes I was saying that because my son is gone, that's why I started this. But there's other two boys, and I've got the cousins, I've got my neighbors' kids.
This is the thing; it affects all the children.
That my community is with me. You know, they never let me down. They are with me in anywhere. And this time, friends, I just don't understand because that's why I respect them so much that they do understand. Yeah, people underestimate the youth, but the youth is everything. It's the future, you know, and
definitely,
they just need to be heard.
And we don't want this for our children's future.
Yeah.
And I know we can definitely make a difference.
Yeah, it's just, well, I'm so angry really because it's not much money, and we are the only people who's doing this. Yeah, because we just lost our people, and the government.
And did I tell you as well? Because I'm not sure if I mentioned it about the trouble that I've had getting permission from the council to put one on the wall.
Well, yeah, well, I'm not surprised because even like Ryan, there is so many things he's doing from Paw Patrol he's doing, but sometimes like, oh no, you're not allowed to do that. Well, it's about living life, you know. I don't know. I'm angry. Yeah.
Well, this is why I came on today because I was feeling angry as well.
Well, I didn't prepare myself to cry. You made me cry, so. But thank you so much, and you know what?
Thank you too.
Yeah, you give me strength. You give me the hope because we've got people like you and us.
And you, the same for you as well, okay? Because you give me hope and strength too.
Yeah. So we've got each other. Don't worry. We'll do what we can. What we can't, and then maybe the Lord will do it. But you have to start. You have to start with us. Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me today as well.
And
Really
thank you
appreciate
guys
that.
for lovely messages I saw there.
Oh, I know they've been
Yeah.
wonderful, haven't
And
they,
see,
today?
we've got people behind us, and they
That's what
understand.
I mean. Beautiful people.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, it's these people, you know, like for many years where I've been doing Let the Youth Live, it's been kind of, I've been working against the
Yeah.
people that were there. But
Mm.
now it seems the right people are coming and working together, and that's going to make all the difference.
You're right. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, my darling.
I'll speak to you soon. Love you.
I
Bye.
love you too. All
Bye.
right. Okay. Take care, my darling. Oh, oh, what an amazing lady. Oh, I'm so happy that she joined me today on the live. We definitely need to all work together because this is our children. This is our children's lives, and it's about us working together. Now, for the lady who asked about the price of the cabinets, the bleed control cabinets are £600. Yeah, they're £600 each, and that's with a kit inside. You can have, I think you can have up to 4 kits. The dual cabinets will have a defib inside as well. So you'd have a defibrillator and you'd have a bleed control kit. So, but they're quite a bit more expensive because you have to have the electric supply, and I think there's a few more permissions and that you need to get. But they are, I would say, the ultimate life savers. And just for an example, actually, I put a bleed control kit into the 24-hour shop at the bottom of Dockenham Hill. And I think 2 weeks later, there was a guy who I think had a heart attack down there. And even though the hospital's not far away at all, by the time they got the defibrillator and got back to him, he had passed away. So, yeah, I mean, I believe we should have, yeah, put a defibrillator there. But again, it's not having the money. I've utilised with the little that I've had to try and get them into, like I said, to shops that are open 24 hours. Just going to have a quick look through the messages. Shout out to Chingiwara. And big up to everybody who has contributed today, been part of the discussion today. Shout out to Islington Healing Network, doing amazing work out there. They're saying we'll be talking to my group about spending our money on this. Definitely money well spent. It's the best gift you could buy your community. You know, the other thing I've been trying to get, you know, rappers on board as well, try and get them to give back to their community. You know, the more people we get involved in this and the more people that spread the word, because the aim is we get these cabinets out across London into every borough, kits as many as we can, you know, get out there, and they need to be the Daniel Baird Foundation ones. For the registration to the London Ambulance Service and the actual quality as well. Now, once we action that and we have that, we can concentrate on sorting out another solution to save lives. But at least in the meantime, we'll be able to keep people alive and stop them from bleeding catastrophically on the street to death. Oh, big up to Sam, who says that they're going to make a contribution. Every bit helps. Bless you. Thank you so much. Yes, every contribution matters. Every pound matters. We're literally halfway, right? Now, we got the cabinet for East Dulwich. We have a cabinet already paid for, ready to go for Peckham. But I'm waiting on permission still from the council. This could have been installed 5 weeks ago, possibly The poor young man who passed away yesterday, or the day before, in Peckham, may still be here. And that breaks my heart. That makes me really angry. That, and like I said, was why I came on the live today. Like I said, seeing MPs in photographs in Peckham after somebody has died, after the fact that they don't answer their emails that are about bleed control cabinets that keep people alive. So, you know, he could still be here. Same as lots of children could still be here had anybody started getting the cabinets. But we're going to just think forward now, all right? Focus forward. I would really appreciate everybody's help, no matter how small, whether it's just sharing the campaign, talking to people about it, raising awareness about the campaign. The campaign is nationwide to get the cabinets and kits across the nation, but London is really behind. So far behind, we have one cabinet in a community in London. That has to change. I'm going to need all of your help. I'm going to need your helps, all right? What I want to see going forward is these cabinets everywhere, throughout London, every borough, loads in shops, particularly 24-hour shops. Even petrol garages would be a brilliant one as well. Shout out to Nicola as well. I hope you're good. Yeah, big up to everyone today. Really appreciate you joining me. Just want to say again, thanks so much to Tamims' mum. Really appreciate you coming on today, sharing, you know, your story and your amazing, like, passion for helping other children and other children's futures. I can't, you know, bless you, like, you know, for turning that pain into power and helping us in this fight that we have to save our children's lives. Nicola's saying, stop knife crime, just had two funerals in oh my God, 2 funerals in Upminster for teenagers. That's just made me go, oh. And this is the thing, I can't take, I can't keep, I just can't. And this is why I keep going, doing what I'm doing. It's devastating, it's heartbreaking. And Nicola's saying it was 2 murders. Now, I'm sure it was you, wasn't it you, Nicola, that you and your son saved somebody's life not that long ago, who'd been stabbed severely. And you went down with your son and you gave, you know, first aid and kept the person alive until the ambulance came there. Like, well done. Well done, my darling. But yeah, this is all we're hearing, you know, murders of young people. And it isn't just knife crime. It seems from all areas. And that's what we've got to work on, people. Doing something about the system that protects our children. I mean, thinking about all the babies, all the toddlers recently who've been murdered. And in every case, social services. That is an area that we need to be talking to our MPs about. Then social services is not good enough. It's not good enough. They're killing our kids. Their lack of doing anything quick enough or doing it satisfactorily is killing our children. Oh, Frankie and Charlie. Oh, rest in peace. Oh my God. Right, Nicola, you want to come up on the live, my darling? Right, I'm just going to request you now. I'm just adding you up now, darling. Hi, darling.
Very, yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? They're getting younger as well.
This is the thing, younger and younger.
Yeah, there were two murders on the same night. It happened in Brentwood.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't there, but it was very, very sad. And the funerals had just happened. Um, yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible time.
It's just so like it's so heartbreaking, devastating, like, and it just
Still, when I still think about that when, like, me and Leo went down the road to help that boy, because, like, it's disturbing, like, watching what goes on in this world.
mm,
I don't feel safe.
yeah. I don't. I look around and I think, what is this? Like,
Mm.
what is it? What's going on? What?
I feel like sometimes I like, cause you see a group of boys and you want to walk up and have a bit of chitty chatty with them and just say to them, like, if you're carrying anything, go and hand it into the police station.
Mm-hmm.
Just put your knives down.
I know.
It's
Oh
dreadful.
man, it
Have you,
really is, and I just can't. The whole, like, normalization of, like, someone die and then it's just like, okay, and then they're talking about the next person, and then, like, but there's no, hang on, something needs to happen from what already happened,
yeah.
and
I don't, I don't,
they're not doing anything. Government are not
the
doing
government are
anything.
asleep.
Yeah,
They're useless.
yeah, just involved in sleaze parties, lies. But this is our kids'
I'm not
lives.
listening to anything that they say anymore. Like, I won't put the TV on. I don't listen to it because what comes out of his mouth is it's
Mm,
hypocritical because he'll
yeah,
go against it anyway.
yeah. Well, I've
He'll say
tried
one thing and
reaching
do another.
out to so many, and I just get blankety blank to
Well, they
the
don't
point
want to
I won't
help
even.
you at all.
I don't even get replies, and then to the point that I've had other people messaging, like, their MPs, and then they'll send me the replies they got, and yeah, they're going to send it, and I'm like, but hang on, I'm not even getting a reply, and I've even double
Mm.
checked the emails. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just the Peckham thing, and maybe they're so inundated in Peckham. But
I don't
the
know. There's
fact,
nothing in Essex, nothing at all. I've not heard of anything, nothing. And there's more and more murders happening in Essex.
yeah,
Like, and they're young.
hmm, you've had
And
loads. You've had
nine
loads
times
though.
out of 10, it's drug related.
hmm And this is another thing that they're not even sorting out. I mean, I did hear that the Labour Party were, I don't know if they were just talking about it or it is going to be in their new manifesto, but they're talking about the decriminalising of cannabis. So I think that's the first. There's somebody actually speaking out, thinking about, because something needs to happen on the drug side.
Yeah, I can't say nothing on the drug side because I smoke weed for pain relief for my stroke. I do think that it should be decriminalised to an extent. There should be rules put in place.
Yeah,
There should
yeah,
be rules.
yeah. And even if,
And it,
like, the main thing, like, is, if they're selling it, then the money that they get goes back into the community. So if the government, if it was all controlled and they're getting the money, then at least it'll be going back to the community, the money into, opportunities and good things for the young people.
I mean, like you didn't. I know that crime happens in Amsterdam, but not half as much over here, and it's legal over there. Do you know what I mean? It's harder drugs that they're against. You can't do nothing like that.
Yeah. Well, I cracked up the other day. Got Boris out doing he was all dressed up when and he's like, yeah, we're going to get these drug dealers and all that. And then I read an article that they tested drugs in Parliament, and they were all around Parliament. Not that I'm
Wow.
surprised. I think it was the office next to Priti Patel, the toilet near Boris's office, and it's loaded, and it's all cocaine. It's all cocaine. And then there he is, right? He's out the next night
Standing
after
on the
they
camera.
discovered that.
Go.
Look at me. But hang on, why don't you just go to Parliament, mate, and then nick the bods in there?
Yeah, I know. And the Queen ain't well enough to like put a stop to anything. And she does. I know she had a say, and but now she can't.
Yeah.
There's something needs to happen with that.
Yeah. So that's definitely one area that, the drugs, but there just isn't anyone really standing up going, I know my dad would be if he was here. My dad would be like, because his whole life's mission was to get it legalized, free the weed.
Yeah.
Old school hippie. But
I know it's like we all smoke weed now, but we all used to smoke solid back in the day, and couldn't get hold of weed. You used to have to look and hunt for it. Now I can't get hold of solid for love nor money.
It's mad, isn't it? It's
terrible.
Crazy.
But
yeah,
no, no, it's terrible. It did make me sad with them 2 children.
I know.
It did make me sad. They were like, I think one was 16, one was 17. So it's no life, is it?
No. And this is the thing. I spend a lot of time crying. Like, when it makes me so angry because
I like them knife crime boxes that you've got around Peckham and that, where you can run to them for first aid.
Well, yeah, it'd be good if one got in Peckham. Like, oh my God. Like, I've had to have a bit of break from the council because we've raised the money. You know what I mean? I didn't ask anyone for any money, right? None of the council. Here you go. Here's a free gift for Peckham, right? We're on the 6th week and still no permission. I've had to go and meet a surveyor. They've talked to me about rent, public liability insurance, and I'm like, what? Hang on.
They got fire extinguishers all around the place and bits and bobs like that. Yeah. I'm sure they can put a knife crime box.
Yeah, but that they don't have to pay for. Like, ideally, I've already told them they should be buying loads for Peckham because one's not enough. So as soon as I get the permission, I'm hoping it's this week, then we'll be having the one in Peckham. And then it's Camberwell next. And then Brixton. I'm just trying to go I'm doing my kind of local-ish area and then working out. So the more people that get involved and start their own GoFundMes for their own area, or if they just want to club together with a few friends and buy a kit and put it in a shop, that's near to them.
Yeah.
Even, it's going to take everyone. Because the rate I'm going, I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm embarrassed, to be honest. Like, one in East Dulwich. Yeah, we've got one to go in Peckham, but then what's that going to be? Another 3 months. When you think of how many are needed, right? Because Birmingham's got more of them, and they've been working together for a lot longer, right? We're only kind of just starting here in London, and this is the reason we're seeing lives being saved in Birmingham, because they've got more kits. So it's highly likely more will be used, whereas here, we've just got one kit. But if that happens to be
I'll see if I can put something into the council over in Essex and see if I can get some around here. But I'll try my best. I'll just write a letter.
I'll
tell him my experience.
Yeah.
I'll tell him what I went through.
Yeah, please, because you need them over. They're needed everywhere. If you haven't got them there, you need them there. So the other thing, if you can do even just the same letter, or even if I could give you a template letter, it doesn't even have to say much. Just that you need the control cabinets. But please, if you can, please write to your MP, because I'm doing like a little bit of a tester, so that if anyone's
I'll write to my MP as well.
Please,
I'll do all that for you.
Know what they say.
Inbox me.
Yeah,
If you inbox me, I'll get involved with that because like
Brilliant.
it's getting worse.
Yeah, and this is what it's going to take, because I didn't know all these years. I just kept like, oh God, why isn't it? I've learned now we can do something, but we have to do it via the law, right? We have to make law changes, because then it forces the system to change and everything around it. Now, I always thought we had no chance of fighting the system. The system's been designed so we can fight it, but we have to go piece by piece. So if we go for the bleed control kit, some cabinets, and let's get, all it takes is one council, right, to go, we're getting a load of them, then another council will follow, and another one, and another, like, that's all it's going to take.
And forward the proof to her, Nick, so she can back you up. Yes, I will. I will. I will.
What does it say?
Yeah, when I write my letter, I'll send it over to you.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And like express how many, like we need. I'd say, just in Billericay, we need 10 of them.
Yeah. See, that's realistic numbers. Yeah, you're so right.
Just like each village, like round every shop area, because that's usually where it happens, around shops and alleys.
The thing is, we know where it all happens, don't we? Like in our own areas, we know the hot spots. We know
outside the bloody front door. Happening. That's why I need one.
Yeah. Well, the one we've got here is literally outside my house. That's where I've got.
Yeah, I'm going to do that for you, 100%. I'll 100% do that for you. Anyway, I've got to get on because I'm cooking potatoes.
I haven't even started any food today, so you're doing good, my darling.
Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I've had a bit of toast, but I'm starving.
But thank you for joining me today. Lovely to
email me
as always. All right.
Yeah, message me on here.
Yes, I will do, darling. All right.
Tesco's near in Billericay would be good.
Yeah.
Or the like near the petrol stations.
And the other thing,
where stuff happens.
what you're going to have to put keep in mind, you have to get permission, right? So I would start asking now for permission before you get money, before you, right? Because that could be another hold up for you, and that will frustrate you and get you mad like it's been getting me. So Tesco's might take a little few weeks, but just ask them, can I put one of these cabinets up here? I'm trying to get it, because it might be the council's property or it may be Tesco's.
Yeah,
so
or some of them. There's a couple of shops down here that are owned by the owners, and I know them. They're like the hairdressers. I'll ask her.
Go to them, right? Because I'm never using
I've not
the
seen
council
Lady KK.
I'm never using the council again, ever. So I'm going to go to private people who can just say yes, because we just want them out, get them out everywhere, and then we can then concentrate on how do we prevent this from you know what I mean? We can work on other stuff. All right. So looking forward to working with you, my darling. All right.
I'll
give 2022.
Yes, 2022. Saving lives. Stop knife crime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See you later.
All right.
Bye
Beautiful.
bye.
Take care. All right. See ya. Oh, bless Nicola. That is perfect if we can get some of the cabinets over where she is. Hi Dee. Right. What other messages? Yeah, the Tesco would be great. Right, I'm going to take the other request. I'm not sure who it is. Let's have a look. Hang on. Who was requesting? Was anyone requesting? Oh, it's gone now. I've lost them. But yes, thank you, Nicola, for joining us. Shout out to Jones Kana. Sorry, I did see you up there earlier. All right. Enough love to you. But yes, big up to everybody who's joined us today. Everybody who's had some input into what's going on the streets. I had to get on the live today. I'm glad that I did come on. I was very angry, very, very angry at another death of a person in Peckham. And the fact that I've been trying to work with Peckham Council and MPs to get the cabinets throughout the area, and I've not even had a response, and definitely no permission from the council as yet. But I think I'm gonna finish off the live for today. I think we've covered a lot. I just want to say thank you again to all my guests that have come through today. Tammins' mum as well. Bless you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Lock and Load says, I love it when I see adults working together to stop knife crime. Bless you, Lock and Load. Yes, it's refreshing, isn't it, mate? Because I always work with people. I love working on campaigns. I love working for the greater good alongside other people. It's all about teamwork, makes that dream work. God bless you too, Lock and Load. But yeah, lots of love going out to Sam as well, and Offex Phoenix as well. Big up to you. PR1 Pritchard as well. B Moon Passion. But yeah, big up to all of you lot, all right, who have passed through today. Appreciate you, all right. We can definitely make differences, changes together. It's about working together. And if I can leave you with one thing today, it will be, please find out who your local MP is. Please write to them. If you don't know what to say, you need any help, please message me. I'll give you a template of what I've been sending and other people have been sending to our MPs. Top of the list is the bleed control cabinets to save lives right now. All right, that's our mission. On the top of the list, keep our young people alive. Please help them get to hospital at least and not bleed to death on our streets, because it's just repeating and repeating and repeating when it doesn't have to be like this. It really doesn't. Lock and Load is saying, I used to be a youth worker with ADHD kids, but stop knife crime back then ain't like now. It's gotten worse. Yeah, it is. It's out of hand. It's being promoted and pushed and accelerated all round by all big platforms, radio stations, TV, social media. Like, they're encouraging it all. They're encouraging this whole lifestyle, this whole street culture. But it's time they're made accountable for what they're doing. Shout out to Nutjob80. Sam as well, big up to you. Official Motox as well, big up. Sam's saying, I'm going to DM you for a template. I'm from Birmingham. I know some areas have them, but not all. Yep. Birmingham are doing fabulous, but it would be great to get even more. Yeah, Lynn Bird is the person who actually, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even have any bleed control kits. At the time when I was looking many years ago, they were only in America. She managed to get some designed, went to all the meetings with the ambulance service, got the ambulance service on board. She has done exceptional work after losing her son, who was stabbed and, you know, died from catastrophic bleeding. And she knew, you know, that if there was something to stop the bleeding, he would still be here. So she's made that her lifelong work to get these kits out. So I would love to help you, Sam, with the template. Massive shout out to Real RTZ and Hamid as well. David White, Mr. T. Right, I will take one more live, all right, before I go. Okay. Hamid, I'm going to take yours now, all right? Right, we'll wait and get Hamid up on the live. But yeah, big up to everybody today taking the time out to talk about saving lives and saving the young people in the UK. Was he gone or is he coming? Where are you? Where are you? Right, he's gone. Right, I'm going to lock the live off, the podcast for today. All right, please, if you're not already following us, please follow us up. Let the youth live. Shout out to Hazel Brown. I'm just about to lock off. Good to see you though. All right, Hazel. Yeah, so if you're not already following us, please listen to our previous podcasts. They are out on Spotify and what else are they on? Apple Podcasts. Sorry, my brain just went. Apple Podcasts. Right, we talk nothing but solutions to what is going on our streets. Okay, get involved. Please join us on these podcasts. Message me. But like I said, what I want from anybody who wants to help, please find out who your local MP is and write. Ask them why you haven't got bleed control cabinets in your area. They save lives and people who are being stabbed to death and bleeding to death. All right? Just for starters, ask them, what are they doing? But anyone who needs a template, just message me, all right? And hopefully you lot will get a better response from your MPs than me. Because I'm the only person I know who hasn't had a response. Everybody else has had responses. Sending lots and lots of love to Lock and Load and everybody who joined us today. All right, have a great rest of your Sunday. All right, and I'll catch up with you lot soon. Okay, so take care. Sending you lots and lots and lots of blessings, people.